Short answer. Make it fun somehow. But I'm sure y'all want an explanation for that, so keep watching. Hello, folks. Hope you're doing well. Do you like Arsenic's new hair? Got rid of her curls not too long ago. Anyway, so the other day, somebody asked me how I personally keep my characters looking so consistent and the same in every drawing. I thought I'd make a video on it and help anyone interested. I know a lot of young artists have a hard time with this, along with many other things that the art community online sort of expects of them. They're told all at once to fix their same face syndrome, develop a style, and keep their characters looking consistent, giving each their own look. That's what I found, at least. Art often becomes a chore because of this. If art as a hobby becomes a chore, then you're doing it wrong. If you're frustrated with yourself and dread the thought of these three things, I'd suggest taking a break and not worrying about them. Make art the way you please and have fun. You don't have to follow the rules of every other artist online. Think outside the box. People may not personally like the art you create, but who are they to judge you for it? You're not harming anyone. But this video will mainly be focusing on that third thing, consistency of character design, and what you can do to draw your characters the same way every time. I'm not sure if I'm completely over this because I'm no professional, but when I first started overcoming this, I found it to be work. I didn't really want to have to overcome the things the online art community wanted me to, but the first thing I did to sort of get over my fear and lack of motivation for all this was, well, by making it fun. Make yourself want to draw your characters in their own unique ways. Find the characteristics of your folks that you love and think of a way to incorporate those in your designs. You can even do this metaphorically, if that makes sense. For example, Krypton, one of my main characters, is very lanky compared to, say, Arsenic, a girl his age. Arsenic is, as a character, better at handling and talking about emotions than Krypton is. That's why I made her more cushioned and huggable looking. Krypton, on the other hand, is not emotionally open at all and very stoic. He tries to be closed off and manly. His body reminds you of, I don't know, cold, hard metal PVC pipes. You wouldn't want to snuggle up with those, would you? Another example, including facial features, is both of their eyebrows. They're quite thick and angry looking because both characters are resentful and kind of grumpy as people. I could go on for hours, but the point is I love these quirks and personality traits of Arsenic and Krypton, so incorporating them in their physical appearance made developing different body and face shapes a lot more fun. After I started doing this, I no longer thought, I have to make Krypton look different from Arsenic. This is way too much work. I instead thought, wow, I get to draw him like cold, hard PVC pipes and remind viewers of how emotionally inexperienced he is as a character. This is so fun. I wonder what else I could convey through this physical appearance. And I promise, you will be thinking the same thing once you try out my advice. And before you know it, you'll get used to this new interesting way of drawing each of your characters and it will become second nature. Also, just for fun, here's some old art featuring the two. I've improved. But back to what I was saying earlier about thinking outside the box. As an artist who draws characters, think of what you're trying to convey with your art. Design your characters as you please. Maybe you find you don't want to be more of a storyteller because usually storytelling forms of art like comic books require unique looking characters. The contrast between the looks of these characters help to shape their relationships in the story. Instead, you may just want to create pretty art with characters that happen to reoccur. An example of someone who does this is a painter named Jasmine Beckett Griffith. She paints characters with very similar faces and bodies. She's not an amateur, she's very experienced. She just doesn't focus on face and body shape because the purpose of her art is to look pretty, not necessarily to have characters contrast with each other and tell a defined story. I personally do what Jasmine does to an extent. I'm still developing my skills and I may not be a quintessential example, but my goal in making art is for everyone to take their own message from it. Kind of like music or song lyrics. I draw reoccurring characters who all have their own true meanings and backstories, but maybe they mean something different to each person who sees them. Maybe Kortoy to you is an intimidating mother figure, but to someone else, she's a relatable friend figure. Hell, maybe she's your enemy. My characters all have true backstories and a setting and all that, which I've created, but it's more underlying information. Oh my god, there is a crow outside. Or not a crow, a buzzard. I don't know what I'm saying. My characters happen to have true backstories and a setting and a plot and all that, which I've created, but it's more underlying information that no one really knows about rather than what I primarily display to everyone. That backstory information and plot stuff would be more of what comics and TV shows primarily display. As said before, the way my visual art tells stories is just like how songs and music tell stories, if that makes sense. It all means something different to everyone. All in all, think of why you make art. Think of whose rules you want to follow and whether or not keeping consistent character design is necessary for what you want to convey. After all, art doesn't really have rules. Hey, maybe you don't even want to listen to what I'm saying right now. Bottom line is, if you make art for fun, it should be fun, not stressful. With all that said, have a great weekend, week, school day, work day, whatever you got today, and I'll see you next time. Follow me on Spotify, Arsenic Mayhem, with all my releases and all my music and all that good stuff. Or my Instagram page, Arsenic Mayhem, if you want to see more of my art. It's where I'm most active. Maybe check out my toy house if you want to learn the actual backstories of my characters and their story, A Sad Planet. I'm too lazy to write an actual webcomic, so that's the best thing I have. All my links are in the description. You don't have to click them though, just do whatever you want. Enjoy your life, y'all. Bye.